Hello and welcome to my channel. I'll be making a bunch of programming and web design tutorials, but before I start I want to introduce you to my text editor. It's called Sublime Text, and in my opinion it is the best text editor for programming and creating websites altogether. One of the reasons I like it so much is that every time you need to open a new file or a folder, usually with the other text editors you have to press Ctrl plus O or Command plus O if you're on a Mac. And usually that takes a couple of seconds, then you have to search for the file or the folder, and that takes more seconds, and at the end the development time is greatly increased because you have to perform such tasks a lot, and that takes a lot of time. However, with Sublime Text you have this very nice panel over here, and every time you want to open a new folder you just press here, and then you have all the folders open up for you. And if you want to, for example, open a file, you just press one button and the folder is opened in like 5 milliseconds. It's just incredibly easy and fast. And then you have a list of all the files here, and then you just click on one and it's just appears. It's very easy, and if you want to close it you just go up and close it with the arrow. So that's one of the reasons I like this editor so much, because I was really annoyed with opening and closing files and folders, and that took such a long time. It was really annoying, and it increased my development time a lot. Now the other reason I like it is that it has the multiple cursors feature, and what it does is, if for example I want to write this is a flower, if I make a mistake in the last word, for example, this is a flower, and then I just copy and paste it a bunch of times, like this, and then suddenly I want to change the word, and in ordinary text editor you have to go to each word and then do it like this, and now that takes a lot of time. However, with Sublime Text, all you have to do is mark the word you want to change, and then press Ctrl plus D or Command plus D if you're on a Mac, and then just press D a couple more times until you're in the last, and then it's very easy. You just press D, and then you just write it again, and it's very easy. And usually with programming, because we program so fast, we can't really see when we have made a mistake, and then at the end we have to go back and change it manually, which takes a lot of time, especially with tags. For example, if you like with unordered lists, if you like write the li tag and you mistake it, which happens very often, and you have to go back and every single time, it takes a lot of time, that's why I like it so much. Also, for example, if you want to, another useful feature I like very much in Sublime Text is, like, for example, if you want to add something to a word, or however, but you don't want to mark it, then you just put the cursor there, and then you press Control, and then you just click it and a couple more times, and then you're good to go. And then you're writing on a couple of rows at the same time, and then you can write, for example, this is a flower, it is pretty, isn't it? So it's very useful, and I recommend you can use any text editor you want, because this is the nice thing in program. You can use any text editor you want, but I really recommend Sublime Text because I think it's awesome.